Okay, so this is probably my favorite matchup that I recorded for this series, and it's against a Shaman. I think there's a slight misconception where people say that Shaman counters Warrior, and I do think Shaman is favored against Warrior, but it's definitely not a counter. I would say it's pretty close to 50%. And if the Warrior wants to, if a Warrior plays Brawl and Baron Geddon, and now you also have Deathspite, uh, Shamans only have two hexes to deal with your, you know, like five huge must deal with threats. So a shaman really needs to be able to finish you off kind of quickly as well as having the answer to all of your big threats. And like sometimes they get in awkward situations where they even have to like hex a sludge belcher or something, and then once you see that, you know that you're pretty much golden. However, a lot of shamans, and this one included, play double Doomhammer now, and Doomhammer is very good against Warrior unless you get a good Harrison Jones. So he has the Frost Wolves here, or Feral Spirits, and I have a Fiery War Axe, which is a nice little counter. So pretty straightforward play. I could have Cruel Taskmastered my Armorsmith and attacked one, but then the problem is he can hit his he can hit his wolf into my Cruel Taskmaster, and I don't know. I kind of want to save Cruel Taskmaster for the Acolyte. But I get a Rockbiter, which is pretty important because this means that that's one less Rockbiter that he'll have for a Doomhammer later on. So it's less burst damage that I have to worry about. Or he could play Alec here. And I equip Deathspite because, like I said earlier, I think I want to use Cruel Taskmaster with my Acolyte. But it really depends what he does. I could also just Loatheb next turn and set up for like an Acolyte play. Okay, Loot Horde is a little odd, but probably helps versus Hunter, I guess. So it kind of sucks to have to kill this Taunt Totem instead of hitting his face with my Deathspite, but I really want to set my Deathspite to one charge because I want to get the effect next turn. So I play Loatheb now to prevent him from, I don't know, doing anything. And then next turn I can play Acolyte, I can attack something, I can execute something off my Whirlwind effect, and then I can Cruel Taskmaster my Acolyte if I want another card or finish something else off. Or I could just play Sylvanas, depending on what he does. Basically, I like getting my Deathspite to one charge because it gives me a lot more options next turn. Okay, Healing Totem is kind of annoying, I guess. I'm hoping that he doesn't attack my Loatheb with Loot Hoarder, because Loot Hoarder is just going to die off of Deathspite. But he does. And he plays another one. So I don't even know if it's worth Deathbiting right now, but Sylvanas doesn't really do much either. So it's hard, because if I Sylvanas, then I'm not going to get anything, but I could bait out like a Hex. But if I do the Acolyte Cruel Taskmaster play, then I'm kind of walking right into a Lightning Storm. So I could Cruel Task to get another card, or I could kind of play around Lightning Storm a little bit. I can also save Cruel Taskmaster. Saving Cruel Taskmaster is kind of nice to have something to enable and execute, because currently right now, if he can clear my board and then play something that I want to execute, like a Fire Elemental, then I don't really have a way to damage it. Okay, and Healing Totem's kind of annoying, but Sludge Belcher is pretty nice. I'm just going to execute using my Acolyte. And again, like, Sylvanas is pretty good, but I don't want to play on an empty board. So I think Sludge Belcher is pretty much the play here. Like, I'm not going to Shield Slam a Healing Totem, and there's no reason to Cruel Task, so the options are Sylvanas or Sludge Belcher, and I'd rather save Sylvanas for when I get into a bind. Okay, so I have the better board. I have a pretty solid hand, but he has a lot of cards in his hand. So right now the game could go either way. It was also pretty hard to find a Shaman game where the Shaman wasn't a bot. I don't think this guy was a bot. He clearly doesn't have the standard Sea Giant deck, so... Okay, so here that's the second Fire Elemental. I think I'm just going to Shield Slam and then finish it off with Cruel Taskmaster. I actually like having a Cruel Taskmaster out on the board because it kills off totems, which is really nice. Like, basically, he has to put some sort of effort into killing this really crappy 2/2 minion. And if he decides that he's going to ignore it, then I just get to cancel out his hero power basically for free. Alexstrasza's kinda useless right now. Like it only deals 5 damage if I use it on him. Well, less than 5 now. It deals 2 damage if I use it on him, and I can't really use it on myself. Sylvanas is like if he just has a rock biter, then Sylvanas is gonna steal a totem. So like my hand is good, but I'm in an awkward spot. And I really do like to see Grom. But basically, yeah, I'm just going to play Alexstrasza and hope that maybe he doesn't have an answer, but I'm fully expecting Alexstrasza to just be hexed. But Doomhammer is definitely going to put in a lot of work here. Okay, I do know both fire elementals are gone, so that's a plus, and one rock biter is gone. So those are key cards that I don't really have to worry about. He does have another rock biter. He could have a second Doomhammer or an Alakir. Uh, okay, there's his first hex. That's also important. And his board is pretty nice right now. Flame Tongue is dealing damage, shredding my armor, and he's gonna just be using his Doomhammer every turn, regardless of whether or not he gets any board control value out of it, just because he probably just doesn't want to run into Harrison. And I get a pretty nice pickup here with Spellbreaker. If I didn't draw that Spellbreaker, I think I might have been in some trouble. Like I could have armored up, Shield Slam, Taskmastered the Flame Tongue, but Spellbreaker is just much more convenient. And my board is actually not bad now with a 4/3 and a 5/5. Like Sylvanas isn't going to steal anything good, but it's still a 5/5 that he has to deal with. He's already used a Hex. And if he Rockbiters and decides to clear my board, then he's getting really low. Uh, and he could just die to like my second Death Spite if I ever draw it. But he is protected by the Taunt Totem. Okay, so let's see what he's got going on here. I kind of want to save Cruel Taskmaster to use in combination with my Gromish, but I don't know. If he plays like another Feral Spirits or Defender of Argus, then it's going to be really tough to break through the Killing Blow. He's really thinking about this. Rockbiter. Okay, is he going to go face or is he going to clear my board? Wow, okay, so he's clearing my board, which is, that's funny, I stole the Taunt Totem. So he's taking a lot of damage, but he's at 6 life and both Rockbiters are gone. So if I can find like a Brawl or I don't know, maybe another Sludge Belcher or something. I need something. Unstable Ghoul is not that great. So here I'm kind of in an awkward spot because um I kind of want a Grom, but then he's going to have a really easy time killing my Gromish. But I don't really need to save Grom for the killing blow anymore because he's at 6. Like I literally just need to hit him twice with a Fiery War Axe or like use a Death Spite. Um I could even hit him with Ragnaros later in the game if I could clear off some of these minions. So I think the best option is probably Grom into the Flame Tongue and then just use Taskmaster to pick off maybe the 1/1 totem. Yeah, I like that play. So if he the reason I think this is good is because he can't kill my Gromish currently on the board without face tanking damage with his weapon, and he obviously can't use his weapon to clear my board because he'll die. So this requires him to have like another Flame Tongue or a Lightning Bolt, Lava Burst, etc. He needs some help from his hand to clear Gromish. So I'm hoping that Gromish, uh, I'm hoping he suicides a bunch of his minions into Grom, and then I can pick up like a weapon and just kill him. Assuming I can get through some taunts. But he rolls another taunt totem, which is it's kind of frustrating, but I'm not really in any danger of dying quite yet. Like he's had to use his Doomhammer and both Rockbiters to clear my board, which I think is correct on his part. Like I might have just gotten too far ahead if he didn't. Okay, so he decided to hit my Cruel Task, which means I only need to hit him once with a Death Spite now, but Fiery War Axe is still the same. Hits me again. How is he dealing with my Grom? Drake? Drake's kind of annoying. Ah, he's got a second Flame Tongue. Alright, well. So, his board is really nice. He has 2 taunts. And he's at 4 health. So right now, I'm in a really bad spot. I need something good. And that's not really what I want, because I can't actually hit him in the face with it, so I have to use this to clear the board. But I do need to get rid of start getting rid of these taunts at some point here. I could Shield Slam something, but there's really, like, I can't Shield Slam Zombie Chow or Zerdrake. I can't Shield Slam the Flame Tongue. I don't want to Shield Slam a Taunt Totem because he could just roll another Taunt Totem. And I'm not going to Shield Slam the Damage Golem because I have Unstable Ghoul here. And if I Shield Slam Taunt Totem, then he's just going to get 4 damage. He's going to have a 4 attack Zombie Chow anyways, so I'm going to have to hold Shield Slam. And right now I'm actually looking like I'm in a pretty bad spot. My Grom is dead. I'm going to have to use my Fiery War Axe to clear the board. If he plays any other taunts, I could just never push through the final damage. And Ragnaros is likely not going to save me because it's just going to hit his totems. So I'm in a bad spot. And to make things even worse, he has a second Doomhammer, which is actually pretty common. And basically, I'm like, there's no way I can win this game. There's no possible way. Like, I'm at 5 health. He has an insane board. I have crap in my hand. He has a Doomhammer. Like, I just have a Fiery War Axe and a Dream here. He's thinking about something. Not quite sure what. And what do you know? Dreams come true. Harrison Jones. So let's see. We still need some help. Harrison Jones by himself isn't enough to win. We need to draw into something. And look at that. We got a shield block. I have a shield slam. So basically, I just need to dodge dying from one more turn, but both Rockbiters are gone. Both Doomhammers are gone. If you play 2 Doomhammers, you probably don't play Alec here. Both Fire Elementals are gone. Basically, I'm pretty much in the clear here, as long as I can survive one more turn. Both of his Flame Tongues have been played. So I was hoping to eventually find a Brawl, but I didn't get one yet. I'm just, basically right now, I'm thinking of if I want to attack the Taunt Totem, but I can't, because if I attack the Taunt Totem, I'm essentially taking 4 more damage, because I take 2 from the Totem, and then he gets 2 more damage on his Zombie Chow. Or I guess I'm taking 2 extra damage, yeah. So I stay alive, or I keep more health by not attacking the totem, I guess is what I'm saying. So he has to find out a way to deal 10. He's only got 4 on the board. Really, the only way I can see myself losing is if he rolls Spell Power Totem and Lava Bursts me, or if he has like Lava Burst plus another direct damage. But basically, if I can live through this turn, I'm in a really nice spot. And this just shows like why you play Harrison Jones right now. When Shamans decided they're going to put 2 Doomhammers in your deck, then you play Harrison and you let Harrison win the game for you. And here I'm still not in the best spot. Um, but as about time I see a brawl. I've seen pretty much my entire deck. I don't even know if I needed my brawl to live. I could have shield blocked. Again, I could Fiery War Axe. I could execute something, throw up a taunt. Um, yeah, so his taunt totem lives. Zombie Chows give me a bunch of life. He has no cards. Yeah, there's no way he can win. So I just wanted to show that matchup because I thought it was pretty cool how I get the top deck Harrison, and it looks like there's no way I can win, but then I get the exact draw I need. So yeah, it was a top deck, but it was pretty late in the game. The way I look at it is if he can draw 2 Doomhammers, then I'm allowed to draw 1 Harrison. So thanks for watching.